I guess I might have figured out the trick. Anyway, I'm sitting in the desert, and this is where I'm gonna camp out tonight. I'm super not far out in the desert right now. Like the road's right over there, so I can catch the bus in the morning. That's that's kind of a fun update. I'll fill you in on that once more folks find the stream. I left my monopod in my car, so I'm just holding my phone in my hand right now, and that might make the stream kind of janky, but that's okay. We're gonna just deal with it because I already set up the stream, and here we are. Yeah. What's up, Just a Mom and Aaron? Howdy. Glad to see y'all. Oh, look out, pup. Yeah, I'm in a really beautiful spot, and I thought I'd share it with you, especially since there's still a little bit of daylight left. Take a look around at some of the plants. This is a really, it's got a lot of plant life here. Oh, hold on, I might need to turn my phone on to do not disturb if I can, without dropping my stream. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Oh shit, and Debbie donated. Thank you so much, Debbie. Hell yeah, you're great. And another person donated earlier. I think it was Timothy. Timothy donated before I set up the stream. I want to say thank you so much to Timothy. So yeah, I'm in really beautiful spot. It's kind of a Joshua Tree grove, or a bunch of groves of Joshua trees all over. There's Satan. And obviously that there behind me, that's a Joshua tree. I'm just going to show you around a little bit before the sun. Well, I mean, I still got a few hours of sunlight. I am not like I don't even, what's the word for somebody who studies plants? I'm not an herbologist or a fucking, what's the other word? Shit, I know this word, botanist. Okay, I'm not one of those. I know like the basic plants out here, but one thing that I always forget, there's these little shrubs right behind me in Satan. I used to think it was like some type of like sage or something, or like maybe sweetgrass or whatever, but I'm not really sure. It smells really nice when you burn it, so maybe it's sweetgrass. I don't know. Satan, get out of my fucking face, please. But yeah, Joshua trees are really, really easy to identify, and they're all over this region. I'm near Joshua Tree, which is obviously named for Joshua trees. You can find them around parts of Texas as well. But they're a really unique tree. They're only in the American Southwest and as far as Texas. Yeah, it's gorgeous out here. There's a few plants that I wanted to show you too, because there's like a really pretty cactus. I don't know if it's, I'm not sure what type of cactus it is, but I'm pretty sure. So yeah, maybe if we've got some plant nerds in here, y'all can help us out. Tell me what some of these are. I'm just gonna set my phone down here for a sec so I can light my smoke. Yeah, because I did not. I forgot my monopod in my car, and my car is in a shop, and it's gonna be fixed by tomorrow. So that's the big update on my car situation. And for folks that donated in the last couple folks, that's going to be really, really good for getting back to the city. And I want to do it as safely as possible, and also just, yeah, it's going to be a trip. I'm going to try and get some type of tow, but the fix on my car won't cost that much, hopefully, because it wasn't as big of a deal as I thought it was. It's actually just really silly, so that's cool. Yeah, I got a jump and got it running. It turns out the battery was fried, so I got a new battery, and it's got a warranty too, thanks to you guys. Stop it. And there's going to be a few more things that I have to do for my car. So I'm not out of the woods yet, but this mission is more of a success than I thought it was going to be. So that's fucking awesome. It's fucking great. Yes, the Ronin's going to be rocking again. And I'll be able to do a lot more stuff with my car. So I'm excited. Yeah. Very, very excited. Shit. Anyway, I'm gonna just see what's going on in chat here. I'm actually gonna turn my phone this way. Let's see if... Now I'm upside down. My display is right side up, but my video is upside down. That's weird. Let's try this again. Okay, now it's just stuck upside down. Dude, YouTube fucking sucks. Is it upside down for you guys? Because it is for me. There we go. Alright, cool. There we go. Yes, cheers to all the reprobates, everybody that has ever kicked down. And, like, yeah, I would not be here. Well, I don't know where the fuck I'd be if it wasn't for you guys. But, you know, you guys have changed my life for the better, so thank you all so much. And I'll let you know how things go with all of that. And right now I'm charging my phone on my solar panel here, but it's kind of low. I tried to get it charged up before the stream, but it's kind of low, so I'm gonna unplug for a little bit here and show you this cool cactus I found. And I'm gonna put Satan on my backpack so she doesn't follow me around, because out in the desert there are lots of things that will stab, and we don't want that. We don't want Satan to get shit all up in her paws. So I'm gonna just leave her here so she doesn't get stabbed. Satan, come here. She's already going for the Joshua tree. Dude, stop. Alright, I gotta put this down. Okay, Satan. Kick it down. Nope, right here. On your spot. Kick it down. All the way. Thank you. You stay. Alright, so this is also a Joshua tree. I was sitting in front of it. They look kind of nice, right? Like, not very sharp. It kind of looks like palm trees, where, you know, they're spiky, but they're like soft and they bend. But these ones do not. These are hard, and they're like knives. Like, look at this. This does not have any give at all. I'm trying to bend it. There's no give. So if you brush up against this is like a knife going right into you. So I'm not right up next to it, but I am a little close for comfort. There's not a whole lot else with cover because I am kind of close to the road. I don't want anybody to be interested in what I'm doing over here, because I'm gonna be camping out somewhere around here. Yeah, this is little shrubs that I don't know what they are. And there's a couple different kinds. Right now they've got flowers on them, and a lot of plants have flowers on them, which is really cool. This is kind of the time of year when a lot of stuff is blossoming. Satan, lay down now. Go lay down. Hey. Satan, go lay down. Come here. Right here. You stay. Thank you. So the main reason that I don't want Satan running around when I'm not keeping a close eye on her is this fella. This is what I was talking about the other day at Cholla. There's a couple different types of Cholla out here. I forget what they're called. Like, one's like a king Cholla, and they got like brown tops, like golden brown. And then there's the white ones, like these. These are a lot more common. You'll see the darker ones in Joshua Tree Park. Yeah, those are the ones, if I even like touched it, it would be like barely touched it, it would be inside of my flesh. And they've got, I'm gonna be really, really careful here. Ooh, don't do this, I'm a pro. Don't ever fucking do this. I'm trying to pull off. There's the sheath. See? These sheaths will stay in your skin after you pull the needle out. And they've got barbs on them, so they like really, really stick and they hurt bad. So watch out for those guys. I know they look soft and cute, but they're really, really not. Let's see. Deserts, like, everybody thinks the desert's really barren, but there's so much plant life out here. Like, there's all of these little guys just everywhere. I don't know what these are called either, but they're all over the place. They're really cute. It's like a little fern type of thing. There's all these weird little flowers and the dry grasses and stuff. Oh, and I think those are yucca. They look a lot like Joshua trees when Joshua trees are first coming up. And they could be, I could be wrong, but I think that those are yuccas because they've got the bigger spiky tops. And they only grow up like that, you know, sometimes they get a little taller. But if you look, yeah, those are yuccas. If you look over here at that little short, that's a Joshua tree. And that's just like the start of a Joshua tree. And then they'll grow big and tall and all crazy and stuff. Look at these guys. They look like Dr. Seuss trees. I don't know what those tall things are called. Those are at somebody's property. Those are popular on people's property out here. I don't think they grow. Maybe they grow some places naturally, but I don't know. They're cool though. I think they look kind of neat. Okay, so the main point of interest that I've found today are these guys. I don't know if these are beaver tail cactuses or nopales, or if beaver tail and nopales is like the same thing. Pretty sure nopales has like these little fine spikies along here, and these don't. And I'm pretty sure these are edible, actually. I don't know if they do have little, yeah. They don't really hurt. I hear that like rock climbers take these and like put them in their fingers to get their skin thicker. They do stick, and like I'm sure if you got one deep in there that it would like bother you, but yeah, they're really neat. There's a really, really nice one nearby that's got even more flowers all over it. And then you've got this one. This is the type of plant that I used to think was some type of sage, but I don't know. It smells super good when you burn it too. It smells good. That's why I thought it was some type of sage, because it really smells like it. Maybe it is, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, there's a really, really pretty, I don't know, I think it's beaver tail cactus. Maybe it's nopales. Maybe that's the same thing. I don't know. But you can eat these. And it's good food. I think you can just like bite right into them too. Let's see. Oh, another really common one, and you'll find these around Slab City too. These are all around the Sonoran Desert. They might be in like most Southwest deserts. This is creosote. And creosote is a fragrant plant as well. But it's got this sap in it. People call it chaparral. I don't know if they call the oil that it secretes or like the plant itself. They're about to start budding too. They get these nice, really pretty yellow flowers. Yeah, it smells really good. But if you burn it, that oil can be really toxic. It can also be medicinal if used properly. I've never used it for anything. Oh, see, we got a little flower coming here. It smells good when you burn it. It's not good for you, though. There are ways to use it medicinally. And they use the oil in it to treat wood, actually, because it preserves lumber. They use it in, like, railroad ties and stuff like that. That's kind of the big ones around here. We got yucca, Joshua tree, those beaver tail cactuses, creosote, whatever that sweetgrass shit is, and the cholla. And all these little micro plants. Ooh, see, I almost stepped on that. That would have sucked. You really got to watch your step around here. Just a Mom says sauteed with lemon juice and spices and barbecue and tortilla. Oh, hell yeah. Yes. See, you guys know what's up. Captain says, and they have needles on the ground. Yeah, when we were walking around 2 nights ago, Satan walked a little too close to a cholla that I didn't see, and they totally drop like little spiky balls on the ground all around where they're at, especially like the big ones. And, you know, they can get dragged around or blown around, so even if you're not really anywhere near a cholla, you could still step on one of their little spiky balls, and that shit sucks. Yeah, no bueno. I don't like it. No me gusta. Oh, here's a cool one. These ones, I don't know what these are either, but they do flower. I don't know like what the hell they are exactly. I think they're like technically a cactus, but here, I'll show you. This is another major one you find around these parts. These hurt bad too, but they're so neat. Cause like, look at that. They've got these stalks. Kind of like, almost like what you think of with a cactus, like saguaros and those, the ones that you find more on the Arizona side of the Sonoran Desert. But then it's like kind of cholla-esque, but it's not a cholla. I mean, maybe it's some type of cholla, I don't know. And then it's got like this bark on it. It's crazy. Anybody know what the hell this is? I see them all over the damn place. I don't know what they're called yet. I'll definitely look it up. Got some more yucca. This is a nice wide open space over here too. Maybe I'll move my camp more into a wide open area. Oh man, look at this. I love it when it's like overcast over the mountains, but then the mountains are like in the sun. It's great. Earlier there was like overcast over all of this and then the sun on the mountains, so it was like a really dramatic effect. And it looks like it's raining way over there, over that mountain range. It could rain tonight. I think I'll be fine if it does. My tent's definitely seen better days. So, yeah, it could be a little touch and go if it rains, but I think I'll be all right. Got my tarp and all my stuff. Which kind of brings me to more tips on backpacking in the desert. One thing that I neglected to mention on my last 2 talks about desert backpacking is how important it is to wear the right thing. Like, we always think about what we're going to be carrying, what kind of food we want to have, water, gadgets, what type of sleeping bag and what type of tent and what type of solar panel, but one of the absolute most important things is your wardrobe. And you'll notice that I'm wearing my thermal here, and I like to wear a shirt over it and, you know, give it a little extra flair and panache, I guess. But with today's weather has been really finicky, because when the sun's out, it's really, really warm, and then the moment the sun goes back behind the clouds, it's like hoodie weather again, and it can just happen like that, you know, just in a matter of seconds. In fact, it's doing it right now. It's getting cold again, and tonight's probably gonna be pretty cold and windy. So yeah, having like a pair of boots that you're comfortable in, that are functional for the climate that you're at. Oh, so you got one of them spiky balls here. It's just hanging out here. It's like the skeleton, or the inverse skeleton. That's the cool thing about chollas, is they have kind of a weird skeleton. Let's see if I can find one to show you. But then there's like the actual plant meats and stuff that grows outside of it, and that sloughs off and makes those spiky balls. Anyway, yeah, like, you want to have a good pair of boots. Boots are absolutely key. And having like a good warm layer, like a under layer, and having the right variety of shirts for whether, you know, whether it's going to be really hot or really cold. That's why it's super important to do your research and look into what the weather's going to be like where you're at, what it's typically like during that time of year, check the forecast, etc., and dress for whatever you're going to be getting into. Because, like, clothes when you're backpacking are not a fashion statement. Like, they can be a fashion statement secondary to their function, but their function is going to be the most important thing. That's the thing that I neglected to mention about clothing. Captain's posting links into the chat there. Thank you, Captain. I'm gonna set my phone down right here. Whoops, dang it. Let's see if we can get this set up right. Ooh, I've got an idea. Let's try that. That'll be okay. We can work with that. It's not great, but we can work with it. Yeah, that's alright. Whatever. Another tip that I was thinking about while I was wandering around earlier today is, like, people ask me all the time, like, or they'll say stuff like, oh, I've always wanted to get into backpacking, but I just don't know where to start, or I don't really know how to get into it, or whatever, and or can't afford it, or something like that. But my number one tip for that is just fucking do it. Like, if you're going out to camp for a night, even if you fuck up really bad, you're probably not gonna die unless you get yourself into a really big situation. But I mean, you know, if you don't pack the right stuff, or your stuff's too heavy or whatever, like, it's just one night. You're gonna be fine. And there's never a perfect time to start going on adventures. A lot of people that I know, including myself, that do this type of thing, I started backpacking because I had nothing else to do. I had fucking nothing. I was already living out of a backpack. It's just kind of one of those things. Like, you get into adventuring when you have nothing to lose. So if you're in that situation, then congratulations, you're free now. You can go do whatever the fuck you want because you got nothing left to lose. But for folks that aren't in that situation and you're just, like, interested in going on adventures, you just do it. Steven says, learn the 10 C's of survival first, in my opinion. I actually don't know what that is. Why don't you tell me what the 10 C's of survival are? Because I don't know. And I've been doing this shit for a lot. It's probably something like, something that I do know, but yeah. I can't look it up on my phone either right now because I'm streaming. Captain says, just scorps, nope ropes, and yotes to watch out for. Yeah, and right now it's still a little too chilly for the nope ropes. There's in about a month, there's going to be diamondbacks and Mojave greens just tearing ass all over the place. But right now, it's still a little too cold for them. And they like to be in, like, certain areas, kind of, like, up more in the mountains, in, like, kind of basin areas where they like to breed. There's a spot in Joshua Tree that's really popular, and people go hiking out there during Mojave green mating season. You okay, bub? Lay down. And there have been times where people have, like, pretty much stepped inside of what is, like, a sea of snakes. And if you don't know what a Mojave green is, it's one of the deadlier snakes in the world. Jemiah says, I spent today in the woods, got video of first spring flowers finally. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, number one tip for getting into backpacking and adventuring is just do it. You know, it's better to pack like less than you think you're gonna need, because you're always gonna pack way more than you think you need your first time. You're gonna like way over encumber yourself. I remember the first time I ever went out on a long hike, and I brought an insanely stupid amount of stuff. It was crazy. I had to stop and rest like every half mile going up the mountain, and it was miserable. Only made it like a few miles in before I was like, all right, I'm over this. I brought a fucking like cast iron skillet for no reason. Like that's so silly. um, yeah, it's better just bring your clothes, obviously, and enough snacks, stuff that you don't have to cook, because like you don't have to bring out your whole cooking gear for like a 1 night camping trip, or even a 2 or 3 night camping trip. If you're out on a trail for like an extended amount of time, like yeah, it's nice to bring something to cook meals with, but you can do without hot food for a few days. It's really not that big a deal. Kim says cocaine, cucumbers, chocolate. Yeah, what are all the survival things that start with C that we need to know about? Detox says it's good to get out there to see what a person might want for their needs. Yeah, like you can start small. You can just go on like a day hike and see what it is that you use and what you don't use. And training to carry a pack is really good too. Like if you have a backpack that you want to carry on a trip, fill it with heavy shit. Like make it weigh like 20 to 40 pounds, or if you want to be hardcore about it, more, and just walk around with it. It doesn't matter. Like you can walk around in the middle of the city. I walk around the city with my backpack on all the time. People look at me weird, but they should get used to people carrying backpacks more without assuming that they're just like homeless. And also, even if I was homeless, like who gives a shit? I don't know why people are fucking so worried about that. Yeah, just start by walking. Go on little trails around your immediate area, and carry your pack with you. You know, a couple jugs of water is heavy enough, and then you got tons of water for your walk. And work up to walking a few miles with your pack. And yeah, it's fun to get gadgets and stuff, but like unless you're actually getting serious into backpacking, like there's no reason to buy all the perfect things. Like I've been backpacking for years and years, and I still have whack ass shit. It gets used up. Who can afford that? Not me. But yeah, you don't need to have the perfect gear setup to start out. Just go with what you have. The best gear that you can have is whatever gear that you already have, and probably a little bit less than that. Steven says Dave Canterbury's 10 C's of Survival, basic stuff really, like a cutting tool, hollow single-walled water container, something to start a fire. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Not knocking the 10 C's, I just don't know what the fuck they are. So if you don't either, then you're fine. Don't ever let somebody tell you that, you need to know something that they know in order to be outside and do outside stuff. I'm sure it's very helpful. Detox says, true that, just doing local hikes can help a person learn how much water and snacks to pack for a bigger trip. Yep, start small and work your way up. Because if you don't start somewhere, then you're never going to start, and you're going to keep making excuses for why you don't go on adventures and backpack. Like every single person who sees my gear and they're like, oh, I wish I could do that. And it's like, bro, you can. Like, I'm literally missing a leg and it hurts really bad. And I'm still doing it. I'm not doing any crazy hiking. I got dropped off down the road here and walked like not even a mile in. So, it's fine. I'm taking it easy. And like, it's not a competition. The cool thing about going on hikes and backpacking is your only competition is yourself. And, you know, nobody should be trying to, like, compare numbers with you, especially like that. First of all, that's ableist, okay? And secondly, it's completely missing the point. Like, some of us are handicapped. I'm handicapped. So, like, even just getting outside in the first place, setting up a tent, you don't need to walk for 100 miles or 10 miles or 5 miles or even 1 mile to go and do outdoor shit and test your gear and enjoy a nice evening under the stars. Captain says, you'll learn what works for you. Exactly. That's right. You just gotta go out and do it. That's it. That's my top tip. Just go out and fucking do it. Like, I just showed you around a bunch of plant life. I don't know what half these things are. I see them a lot. I know what they do and, like, what to and what not to do with them. But yeah, like, a lot of them, I don't know what the fuck their classification or, like, what they're called. I just like being outside. That's it. I don't have to be, like, the top expert on anything. That's what's nice about being out in the wilderness. Nobody's breathing down your neck telling you, like, you know, this or that, or you don't have to answer anybody for shit. You're just out there. It's great. Kill Nothing But Time says, that energy has always grossed me out. Always wanted to know how many miles and whatnot takes people out of the moment, to always track their progress. Ego boost. Yeah, it's really not a competition. Like, that's one of the main things I go outdoors to get away from, is just humans trying to compete with other humans and compare themselves to each other and stuff. Uh-huh. Zoe says, love camping. Good. That's awesome. How many of you have done any sort of camping or backpacking, and where was your favorite place to go? Oh, shit. I got sand in my throat. Hold on. Where's your favorite place to go backpacking? Share with the class. Even if it's somewhere in your own fucking backyard. Sorry about that. I got, like, something tickly at the back of my throat. Oh, better. So much better. Zoe says, went camping at Mount Rainier. It was awesome. Oh my god, I love Mount Rainier. Every time I pass by there, or anywhere within sight of Mount Rainier, I'm just stirred. Like, it makes me feel not unlike when you walk into, like, an old cathedral or something. It just, like, it just does something to you, you know? It's, like, so mystical and magical. Kim says, John Muir Wilderness Trail after working trails in Santa Monica Mountains in high school, California Conservation Corps. Man, where is that? That's like up in Big Sur, huh? Or in that general area. Right? I've been on something John Muir, like a number of years ago. Can't remember where it was. Terry Ray says Yosemite National Forest. Oh, it's gorgeous out there. Hiked a 50-mile loop ending up behind Half Dome. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. That's dope as fuck. Kill Nothing But Time says the Bruce Trail on the Bruce Peninsula in Ontario, Canada. from Wyerton to Tobermory. All fresh lakes, pine and cedar trees, ancient glacial rocks and cliffs. Fuck yeah. I haven't done any like serious hiking in Canada, but Ontario has always captivated me. I mean, Canada is just beautiful. Jemiah says, me and Dad camped on Peninsula for a whole summer. Which peninsula? Like the Upper Peninsula? Like in Michigan, or which one? That sounds dope, though. Zoe says, yes, the one with the mountain. Okay, cool. Captain says, my backyard was Eaton Canyon in North Pasadena. Dude, hell yeah. Pasadena's cool, man. I keep wanting to come out and visit you. Yeah, Pasadena's beautiful. Eaton Canyon was... I don't know how much the fire destroyed that area, how many acres, but it's probably not the same as it was, that's for sure. Detox says, I've started doing a lot more camping the past few years. I drove up a small mountain last summer. It had a small lake with mini island at the shallow end. I was able to camp on that little island. Dude, cool. I love something about a lake on a mountain with an island on it. That's sick, dude. I love that. That's like, finding shit like that always feels really special to me. It's kind of like, you know, like, what are the odds, right? Like, a lake on a mountain is already kind of a rare thing, but then an island on a lake, it's like, oh man. There's this, I saw on like a TikTok or some shit that I don't even know what part of the world it's in, but there's a place where there's a big ass lake, and then in that lake there's an island, and on that island is another lake, and in that lake there's another island. And on that island, I think there's another lake. Like, that's some, like, fucking, that's lake inception. I don't know. Detox says, northern BC near Alaskan Panhandle. Oh, cool. That's way out there. Holy shit. Kim says, San Gabriel Mountains is my hood. East Fork, I'm in Covina. Okay. I haven't been to the San Gabriel Mountains, I don't think. Baker Pond, Vermont, still open too. Cool. Captain says, lots of awesome folks in the stream tonight. You guys rock. For real, yeah. What a great crowd. Hey, Satan, can you please sit down? Thank you. Lay down. Yeah, what a fucking sick crowd. You guys are really great. Yeah, I got here, started looking around, and I was like, man, this is beautiful. I really want to share some of this scenery with the folks on the internet. The cool little people in my little phone box. So, yeah, and also I wanted to say thanks to folks for kicking down and give you some updates on my car, too. Yeah, like, I'm like beside myself with gratitude. So this is almost more of like a kicking it in the desert with you guys, talking about backpacking, and also thank you and updates. It's a beautiful thing. But if any of you do have questions about desert backpacking, this is the stream. We're 40 minutes in. I don't know how much battery I have left. I need to plug in, actually. Here we go. And I really didn't plan. Mostly my thing, like, I was sitting last night going to bed, and that's usually when thoughts pop in my head, and I was just like, oh man, on my last 2 streams I didn't even mention how important the right clothing for your hike is. And then I started thinking about, like, I have talked about it a lot before, about, like, if you want to get into backpacking, like, just do it, you know? Like, you can watch a million fucking YouTube videos about how to do this and that, but at the end of the day, like, you just got to pick up your pack and go. You know, you're not going to get like the green light from somebody. You're not going to have like your sensei say like, it's time, you're ready. Like just, you know, tons of dummies go outside indefinitely with jack shit and they're fine. Not everybody's fine, but you know, like tons of people way stupider than you do it all the time. So you can too. That's kind of how I look at it. Before I get into anything that seems a little crazy, I look around at some of the people that are doing it and I'm like, you know, that guy's kind of a dipshit and he's doing it. Like, why can't I? You know? But of course, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. You know, somebody might look like a real dipshit to me, but in the woods, he's like a fucking total badass. You know, you never know. You never know. Captain says, got one of my first tats in Tovina. Sick, dude. Man. Captain's got credentials, I tell you what. He's always surprising me. Y'all don't know how good we have it here. We got some of the coolest mods and regulars and stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure like most of you are actual rock stars. I don't know. And then we got newbies coming in saying like stupid ass shit like, oh, are you Steve-O? It's like, bro, fuck off. Like, we're having a time here and you just come in and say some random dumb shit. Oh yeah, join our squat house Discord if you want to hang out. And that's a good spot. We've got some really interesting shit going on in there too, like just all types of folks, very interesting people, very kind, people with all sorts of backgrounds. So if you're liking the chat feature on my streams, then you should definitely be in the Discord server. Kill Nothing But Time says they can't read a room. They don't even try to. People just wander in. Just, can you imagine like wandering into a room full of like, I don't know, let's say like everybody's all dressed in a specific kind of way and they're all talking about something that you have no idea what it is. Like, to just walk up to somebody in that room and be like, oh, you look like George Washington, or something. And they'll be like, actually, we're historical reenactors and we're preparing for an event right now. Like, who the fuck are you? You know, or whatever. Like, just saying some fucking ignorant ass shit. Like, being the only person in the room having no idea what's going on. That's... It just cracks me up. I'm sorry. I'm done roasting the newbies. I'm done. Terry says last night, last can of tuna. Oh, you had a bear eat your tuna? That's fucked. I gave Satan some salmon earlier today. She liked that. Huh, Bubba? You got some salmon. Satan's basically a tiny bear. You're just a tiny little bear dog. I'm gonna grab her a little treat, or else she's gonna keep bothering me. Brian, who the fuck are you? Damn, didn't mean to raise any blood pressure. I apologize. Bro, what? Who even are you? Like, nobody knows you, man. I think that... No, I'm done. I'm done, right? I'm a fan, dude. That's cool, man. Here you go, Satan. I just used you to roast you. I'm sorry. I have absolutely no idea who the fuck you are. I'm not trying to call you out. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. I get people in here all the time saying dumbass shit. What's the one? Oh, I'm sure every single kid that comes in here that says something about Joe Dirt thinks that they're extremely original. I get, yeah, when I'm doing vertical streams, I get like 10 kids in here, and you can tell they're like 14 years old, and they're like, oh, you're Joe Dirt. And it's like, I can't even acknowledge that, dude. Like, maybe the first time it would have been funny, but like you hear it 10 times and it's like, okay, you guys, come on. Like, come on. It's literally like it's just the mullet. They've never seen a mullet before, so they think Joe Dirt because that's the only time they've seen it. They've seen a mullet. No, you're cool, Brian. You're cool. I'm not mad at you. I just thought you were a rando. What's up, Stony? Kill Nothing But Time says, I only got here last night. I'm a newbie too. So grateful. Yeah, you've been really fun to have. I'm glad you found the streams. And yeah, welcome to any newbies. Like, I'm not saying like fuck new people on my channel by any means. You know, I just get sick of kids coming in here to fucking try and piss me off, because it's like the whole stream I just have to ignore like every 10 comments. It's but it also means that I'm reaching more people, so that's good. Like maybe 1 out of every 20 of those kids turns out to be somebody cool, so it's worth it. We do that. Aaron says, get off my lawn. We're just a bunch of crotchety old bastards here. Sorry about it. Man, I gotta set up my tent. Maybe I'll maybe I'll set up my tent while I'm streaming too, just for something extra to watch, and keep chatting with y'all a little bit here. Cause what time is it? I guess I started streaming at 6. I'm gonna go to bed early, and I'm gonna get up early. I guess that is kind of a tip of mine, in keeping with backpacking, like going to bed when the sun, like when you're in town, when you're in the city, you don't have to like care about whether it's day or night, because you can turn lights on and you got the heat on and stuff. But when you're outside, you know, sun goes down, it's dark and it's cold, and you know, you don't have a comfy couch to sit on and a big light to turn on and a TV to sit in front of. So it's like, you know, you can start a fire and hang out and stare at the fire for a while and then go to bed. But out here, it's dry as fuck and it's a little bit windy. Everything catches on fire super quick. And even if you kick dirt over it, like some places, not so much out here. Once you put dirt over it and like bury it pretty good, it's not going to smolder. But like in places like Northern California, especially during late summer, like you can bury that fire in the ground and there's still enough like pulpy dry grass and like, you know, plant matter that's dry in the dirt that it'll just start burning. It'll create like a ground fire and light shit on fire. It's nuts. So yeah, California is just not a great place to be having fires at all. Unfortunately, I like to have a nice fire at night, but yeah, I will not be starting one out here, especially with this wind. And I'm pretty close to the road. People would definitely see it. There's a million reasons why I wouldn't start a fire out here. But yeah, you go to bed pretty soon after the sun goes down. Like, what the hell else are you gonna do? You stay warm. And I like to wake up like at the butt crack of dawn. You kind of just naturally do when you're outside. Maybe not like the first few nights, but like once you start getting into outdoor stuff for a while, you kind of just like sync up with the sun. And it feels right. Like, I don't set alarms or anything. I don't need to set an alarm. Your body will just kind of like start stirring awake once that sunrise starts coming. I don't know if it's like, you know, your eyes, like even while you're asleep, your retinas or your brain or whatever is picking up some of that sunlight and just waking up. And it's always going to be colder in the morning, so, you know, I like to sit in my sleeping bag and just kind of like think about my dreams or my life or nothing at all, and kind of just wait for the sun to warm everything for a few minutes and then crawl out of the sleeping bag and take a shit and whatnot. I guess, yeah. Another tip, I'm sure I've said this before, always bury your shit. This is not, I guess, this is more of a command than a tip. Like, just bury your shit. Carry a little trowel. If you don't have a little trowel, find a stick that you can dig into the ground with and bury it. Don't just leave it out. And I like to burn my toilet paper so it's not just like free floating around or like sitting in the dirt or whatever. But again, like I said, like just burning stuff is not a great idea. I burned some toilet paper earlier. I dug a hole, not the same hole that I shit in, but like kind of a little hole so that way it wouldn't blow away anywhere. And then once it's burned down, kick sand over, so there's no embers and stuff, and then it's all disposed of. It's not just like flying in the wind. I'm sure that it's not great to leave any sort of garbage around because the animals will try to like eat it or whatever. Yeah, it's just poor form. You know, bury your shit. Burn or bury your teepee. If you can carry like biodegradable teepee, that's great, but I mean like paper in general is pretty biodegradable. I know there's like bleach and stuff that they treat the teepee with. Stony says, butt crack of dawn. I did for 3 years, then she left me. Okay, alright. I love a good boomer joke. I don't know if you're a boomer, but that's funny. Captain says reprobate link still not working. Fuck, man. Alright, I'll get on that. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's... I have skills, managing links and stuff on my YouTube channel is not one of them. I'm kind of more of a hands-on type of guy, but, yeah, I'll get on that. Thanks, Captain. Stony says, my bad, I had to. No, that was very funny. I like that. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna find somewhere to set my phone and start setting up my my tent. Problem is, the problem is I'm leaning my my phone against my backpack, so I gotta find something else to lean it against. Let's see. Let's lean it up against this here stick. That kind of works. Whoa. Let's see. It's kind of crooked. And it's in the sun. Let's put it over here. Oh, I found a nice rock. Let's try that. Rocks are great. We like rocks. Hell yeah. Alright. Setting up tent time. Hey Satan, I need you to move, bub. Alright. So, I'm gonna just explain it as though you've never set a tent up before in your goddamn life. You want to find a nice flat spot, and that's really hard in nature because, you know, shit's all uneven. There's rocks and plants and sticks and shit. I've already flattened this area out pretty good because I was gonna set it up here anyway. I was thinking about walking out that way, but I think this will be fine, especially once it gets dark. Nobody's gonna see me. I'm not worried about it. There's nobody out here. It's just a big open fucking area. Yeah, it's really open. And it stays open all the way out there along that mountain range too. It's dope. I've walked around out that way too. It's damn, it's actually really beautiful. I'm gonna show you. Let's take a look. Yeah, all out through there you see goes out along that mountain range. There's a lot of petroglyphs out that way too. It's fucking gorgeous. Yeah, it's just all open. There's like a neighborhood over that way you can see. I don't know what kind of neighborhood that is. It's crazy over there. I'm gonna have to look at that on a map or something. But yeah, other than that, it's all like just open desert out this way. And mostly open desert out on the other side of the road here too. There's our rock. Okay. So yeah, I got this area nice and flat. And my tent is super easy to set up. I've shown it on my videos before a few times, but yeah, I'll show you. This is my Big Agnes. It's just a single person mountaineering tent. It works really, really good. Mine's beat up to shit because I use it a lot. I use it a lot. That's the thing. Don't be afraid to use your gear because that's what you have it for, you know? If you're always keeping your gear locked up because it's nice, then you need to stop that and just take it out and use it. This is a $350 tent, and I've fucking annihilated it. Because it's like, what is it worth if you're not camping in it and using it, right? Might as well go buy yourself a chain or something, you know, something to wear that you're never gonna trash, and just keep it nice and polished and set up in somewhere where it's never gonna get tarnished. I do have another tent. This is the one that I actually used in Alaska. It was kicked down to me. It was a gift. And I bought another one that's newer. I've been using this one because it was less trashed than the one I have in my in my car. But now it's more trash than the one I have in my car, so I'm gonna switch back. And then now that I have my car, I can actually, like, in the future, be able to drive places and do stuff, and then I can send these in to get them repaired for not very much. Getting them repaired is a lot cheaper than buying a whole new tent. So what's nice about this tent is it's all one piece. There's not like a bunch of tent poles. It's literally just like a Y-shaped single piece. So that makes things way easier. You know, I've set this tent up blackout drunk in the middle of the bush in Alaska, in a rainstorm, and I don't remember doing it, but I did it, and it worked out fine. One thing to note is that if it is raining, you don't want to be like in somewhere where water is going to be running. You want to make sure you're on some type of high ground, or at least a little bit higher, and you can kind of see like divots in the ground where when there's a lot of water, it runs through there. Yeah, anything that's like kind of sunken down, you don't want to be in it when it's gonna rain, because you're gonna end up in a puddle. See how quick that is to set up? Basically done. If I wanted to, I could just get in this right now. I don't even need to put the tent stakes in it, because it stands on its own. And I've camped in this on concrete before. And I'll just take something heavy and put it in the back end to like hold it open. But that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna do the tent stakes. Oh, but first I'm gonna actually just go inside and make sure that everything's even enough before I put the tent stakes down, so I'm not sleeping on like a rock or a knob or something. So I'm just like feeling along the floor. There's kind of a divot, like even it out a little bit. There's a spot where it ripped up in Alaska. I sewed it up and put some rubber cement or like whatever rubber glue on it. It doesn't hold anymore. It'll definitely leak if I end up in a mud puddle. But before that, oh, there's a rock. Before that, like, I could be basically in a mud puddle and it totally would keep it out. This tent fucking rocks. Seriously. Alright, I think this is good. I can sleep on this. It's nice soft sand too, so that'll be cozy. It kind of like molds to your body a little bit. It's got a little bit of give. Alright. Hey, Bubba. You are so cute. Can you lay down? She wants to go inside. Usually what I'll do, because Satan's a little pretty princess, she's such a spoiled little brat, I'll set it up like not fully, just like kind of get it going, and then I'll put my sleeping mat in there so that she can wait and be comfy as quickly as possible while I set the tent up the rest of the way. You want to go lay down? Good job. Nice. Yeah. Now she's happy. That's a good girl. Alright. Got the tent stakes. Look at this baby. No, you stay, bub. You're so cute. You're so cute. Yeah, Captain's posting links in the chat there if anybody wants to get down with the kickdown. I'm trying to get my life together in the form of currently I'm trying to get my car back in action, which this was a mission to retrieve it, and you know, I haven't gotten it back to the city yet, but getting it seaworthy, or I guess in this case roadworthy, is a really, really big step. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. Like, I would have had to, like, I don't know, whore myself out or some shit. I don't know. Or I'm not sure what the fuck I would have had to do, but you guys fucking saved the Ronin. So good job. I can't take credit for that. You guys did that. You guys saved the Ronin. Mission accomplished, buddy. Oh shit. Sometimes getting your tent stakes in kind of sucks, like if the ground's really, really hard. This ground is actually kind of perfect because it's like kind of soft sand. I'm just gonna step it down. Sometimes you gotta bash the tent stake with a rock or something, but this type of sand is like perfect because, you know, it's not hard. Oh shit, it's a rainbow. Yo! It's a rainbow. For you guys, because you saved the Ronin. Good job, everyone. Hell yeah. That's it. We did it. It's gorgeous out here. Damn, yeah, it's probably raining over there. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to set up my rain fly and hope to God that I don't get wet today. Sheesh. It's a Ronin bow, that's right. I'm gonna have to make sure all my stuff's tarped up before I go to bed too, because nothing sucks more than waking up cold and wet and just angry. You know, you wake up cold and wet and it's like you have to do something right then and there. You can't wait to deal with it tomorrow. That's the thing about backpacking. If there's a problem, you have to deal with it immediately or else you're gonna be fucked. But I'm on saying go lay down. This big area here, this is like slightly elevated, like it's going up more. So there's not going to be anywhere here where water will pool, and I don't think it'll rain enough for, you know, whatever. And I'm not too worried about the bottom of my tent leaking because I don't think it will get saturated enough out here. The sand out here is so dry, it'll just soak it right up. So if there's cover over top, it's not gonna saturate all the way underneath my sleeping bag, or all the way underneath my my tent. So I'm not too concerned about that. I did get a text from a friend who was checking in with me though, so I gotta check in. Oh, holy shit, we're at an hour. Okay. Damn. Yeah, I gotta wrap up my stream and check in with my friend before they get concerned about me. Just gonna finish putting up my rain fly here, and then I'm gonna set up my camp, because right now I'm just oh shit, yeah, this is ripping too. This is just the case for my tent. Yeah, I've done what we referred to in the hobo community yard sailing, or bum spreading, or yeah, yard sailing, where my shit's just kind of everywhere for no rhyme or reason. Just like, you find a nice spot to sit and you just start throwing your gear fucking everywhere. But it is always nice when you find a good spot to sit down and relax at the end of a long day. And I always like to put my cases all inside of one thing, like my sleeping bag case and my tent case and everything, put it all in whatever the biggest one is of them, so that way I don't lose it or it doesn't blow away in the wind while I'm sleeping or something. Definitely don't want to lose that type of stuff. And I just need 2 more tent stakes. Put this one up here. And since it will be windy, I want to make sure my tent stakes are in there good. You always want to make sure your tent stakes are set well, so you don't wake up with your tent blowing all over your face. But especially when it's windy. And that's one of the things that I like about this particular tent design, is it holds up really well in the wind. It's just like kind of a good aerodynamic sort of design. But I do like to set it up in a way where it's not like broadside toward the wind. Of course, the wind can change directions while you're sleeping. But you see that shape? It's like, and I'm gonna pull these out too. This helps when you take these and stake them out, so that way the wind kind of glides over instead of catching that broadside. I'll do that in a second. God damn, it's beautiful out. Holy fuck. Woo! This is what it's all about. That's nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, alright. I gotta finish setting this up. Yeah, if anybody's got any questions about desert backpacking tips, now's your time, because I'm wrapping it up here. I'm gonna get my stuff together and get cozy here and probably listen to some music on my phone or something. Or I got my speaker here. I got the Jable speaker. Still gotta put in 2 more tent stakes, the ones on the sides there. Oh, look at these cute little flowers. Look at this. These little guys. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Let's see. Yeah, it's gorgeous out. I'm enjoying it. Kim says, awesome stream tonight. Happy corn. Good. Kevin says, looks awesome, Corn Daddy. Thanks, man. Yes, I'm so stoked. I'm glad that y'all made it into the chat, into the stream. Patty says, thank goodness they have their body heat to keep each other warm. Yeah, having a dog is really nice for that, because if it gets a little chilly, you know, just snuggle the dog and she's a little space heater. Hey, Bubba. Look at this snoot. No, you stay. Just wait. Almost done, bub. Alright, let's see. Just Mom says, loved seeing the rainbow with you. Yeah, that was sick. What a nice evening. And no troll whacking. See, that's the beauty of doing the horizontal streams. Not as many random goobers coming through. That's nice. It's like stream tourism, you know? They just pop in to say something stupid and then leave. Yeah, Kevin says I was able to enjoy. Good. Yes. I think I figured out the trick for getting it vertical or horizontal. So I'm gonna try to keep doing that. All right, folks. I'm gonna get my camp together and settle in and take refuge from the wind, because it's I can feel the cool wind coming in and I don't want to be in it. I'm tired. Ready to crash out. Yeah, that looks like rain up over there. I don't want to be in the rain. Hopefully it's not too crazy. I don't think it will be. I think it will. Actually. Here. Look at this. So since I have spent so much time out in this area, I do know what it looks like when a real rain's coming in. It always comes in from down to the east and comes in through these, there's like sets of mountain ranges and then this valley that comes in between them, and then when that wind kind of funnels through the valley this way, you can see the rain coming out for miles. But yeah, it's probably a couple hours out, maybe even like just an hour or two. And it looks like it actually might be a pretty proper rain. You can see it coming up over those mountains too. So fingers crossed that it's nothing too intense, because I really, my tent's fucked. Yeah. So anyway, I'll see y'all later. This has been a really fun little mini series doing the desert backpacking. I'll probably do it again next time I'm out backpacking. It's kind of fun to do these talks when I'm actually out doing the thing that I'm talking about. So that'll be a lot easier now that I got the car back, in some capacity anyway. But yeah, wish me luck. I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care, and just get out there. Go backpacking, go camping, go adventuring. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.